Are we live? We're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing Dying Like the Beast on the RTX 3060, 12 gigabytes, 4060, and 5060, and at the end the 1650. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Yeah, Marco Antonio, we back. Hell yeah. And thank you so much for the 10 Mexican pesos donation. I highly appreciate that. Thank you so much. How's it going, guys? Welcome. First of all, thanks to Techland for providing a code of the game. You can find the game by following the link in the description. So, yeah, I'm a bit late to the party. I made a Steam Deck video. I was surprised on how well this ran on Steam Deck, but let's look at the requirements super quick. I don't remember if they published a chart, but let's look at them from the Steam thing. 70 gigabytes of space, 1060, 3070 Ti, 13400F, which is similar to what I have, the 13500F. So a lot of cores, seems to be pretty CPU heavy, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and Windows 11 or 10. Hey Benjamin, ¿todo bien? So yeah, this one was basically, if you heard about it before, this was technically a DLC for Dying Light 2, then it became its own thing. And honestly, when I looked at it, I was like, finally, the real Dying Light 2, because honestly, I think the Dying Light 2 was too far away from what the original was, which I loved. And we're back with Crane. So yeah, I was looking forward to this, and as I said in the title, they coded their own engine for this, so huge respect for that. When it comes to settings, I'm going to be using Benchmark King's optimized settings. You can see them right here. I left a link in the pinned comment so you guys can see it. So thanks to Benchmark King. Go follow him. Tell him I sent you. Huge love for him. We speak all the time, at least on email and Twitter. So these are basically the best settings. So we're going to start with Ultra just to check it out. So yeah, let's get into it. It runs pretty badly. I don't know if I agree with that. I saw stutters, which seems to be related to NVIDIA Reflex. So we're going to turn off Reflex. It's midnight there? Well, have a good night, man. Here it's 2:30 p.m. So yeah. Hey, game lover. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look amazing. I mean, it doesn't have ray tracing, at least not right now. Apparently, that's coming in a future update. But, yeah, let me disable this overlay. I don't know why it's on. Oh, shift. No, it's not this. Oh, control and the keypad button. Okay. Hey, Electric Pichu, he says, just ordered your new PC, waiting for everything, super excited. Sorry for all the caps, don't worry, it's fine. First of all, shaders are compiling. That's a good sign. Okay, it doesn't allow me to do anything until it compiles, that's good. Settings, let's go back from 4K to 1080p, as usual. Yeah, low to high doesn't have a lot of stuff that looks a lot better, but apparently they're adding ray tracing later, like they did with Dying Light 2. Personally, I think it looks good enough, but it's pretty heavy, yeah. But I'm happy it's not Unreal Engine. I guess that's the thing. And you might notice this and say, where are the rest of the settings? Well, they're in the advanced options right here. Just hit F and you'll find them. Chromatic aberration, no thanks. Film grain, no thanks. Render mode, you have DX11 and 12, so good to have. Asynchronous compute, yes please. Textures, medium and high. Apparently high has a memory leak, and I'm pretty sure on Steam Deck we had a low option, maybe I'm wrong. But we have 12 gigs of VRAM. Draw distance multiplier, let's put it at 200. This killed the performance in the original. Motion blur, no thanks. We're going to turn it off later. Particles, medium or high. There's not a lot of options when it comes to all this. They're either medium or high. Screen space shadows, yes please. You can disable ambient occlusion, global illumination, reflections, only low, medium, and high. Also, reflections on medium, I think, are the ones with screen space. Fog, only low, medium, and high. And some options, again, medium and high. There's nothing else to mention there. And for some reason, I'm not seeing the toggle for motion blur. Only quality. That's weird. Hey, Conan. KR Benchmarks. Alex D. I guess Intel is doing a great thing with NVIDIA. Probably, yeah, with the integrated NVIDIA RTX graphics on Intel GPUs. I never thought I'd see the day. But the draw distance multiplayer, quick story about that. In the original game, this was the performance killer. If you put it at 100 and then you change it to 0, it was like 20 frames ahead. And they patched it and it was running a lot better. But apparently when they patched the original game, they didn't fix the performance with the draw distance. They just capped the draw distance to like 30%. So 100 meant 30%. So it seemed like it ran better, but it was just, they forced the draw distance at a maximum of 30. And the consoles, even on the PS5, the original still has draw distance at less than the lowest setting on PC. Have you benchmarked already on your free time? Actually, no. I played it on the RTX 4090. That's what I do on my free time, apart from Steam Deck stuff. Okay. Frame gen, we're going to increase the FOV. Anything exceeding 57 apparently will have issues. I have no idea on that. And we're going to be using native DLSS. So this is basically, DLAA. Let me see if anything changes when I do this, if it's actual full screen or not. Okay, yeah, it does change. Let's put it at 1080 again. Okay. But I don't think I have audio if I'm on full screen, unfortunately. I don't know what's wrong with my benchmark PC. Okay. There you go. The problem was the master volume. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, never mind. There we go. So 1080p on the highest. It's not called ultra, it's called high. Setting shadow quality to medium and decreasing draw distance will boost performance in intensive scenarios. I agree. I noticed that on the Steam Deck. 1080p high, DLAA. So DLSS, we might use it later. I think I'm going to start with the beginning. Let's play on... Yeah, let's play on story, just because I become... Yeah, my skills on gaming when I'm streaming are basically game journalist level. So that's why. Car GPS system, yeah, sure. So it's just to be able to talk and do whatever in the middle. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Rohit. Also, by the way, is my voice sounding correct? Audio, all that? I'm testing a new microphone and a new mic arm and all that. So if you guys tell me, they'll be appreciated. And if you don't, it's also appreciated.
My name is Kyle Crane.
Kyle Crane.
I'm dying.
Okay, we skip. I play already the beginning on Steam Deck, and the beginning is not super taxing. The thing is when you get to one of those boss fights outside.
Almost there.
What's the mic? This is a Wave 3. So yeah, I bought an Elgato. Sounds good? Okay. Long time no see, Karubi. They finally fixed draw distance in the first game because I was able to max it. Yeah, they changed it later when they did their quote-unquote remaster with better graphics, but at the beginning, when the game just came out, they went directly that route, just lying to people. It was pretty funny. I had a 750 Ti back then and I didn't speak on my videos. That's how old the original Dying Light is. There's not much of a distance quality difference between draw distance multipliers. Okay. Yeah, I usually push it. Wow, that texture for that walkie-talkie is amazing. Holy hell. This I cannot skip. What do you think about Ghost of Yotei gameplay? I watch very little of it because I want to play it on my PS5. I asked Sony for a review code. Maybe I got it. I don't know. I haven't checked my email for that. But I'm interested in playing it. I love Ghost of Tsushima, so if it's more of Ghost of Tsushima, I'm fine with it. And actually, I'm noticing an issue with the shadows. Not sure if you guys notice. There's like lines. I know it's a very small detail, but it has like lines. I don't think it's a texture thing. It seems to be lighting related. Interesting. That happened in the original too, but it was less obvious. Maybe because I'm very close to a white surface. Okay, this is the Wolfenstein 2 start, when you are basically crawling. Also, the quality of the reflections is pretty poor. Those are screen space. Haven't checked his email for free games. No, they're not free. I pay them doing content. But, I don't know, sometimes they reach out to me, sometimes they don't. The thing is, when I talk to Sony for review codes, they usually don't want to provide PC codes. But if you want PS5 codes, they're like, yeah, sure, grab one. They give them immediately. But PC codes, they don't like that. I'm guessing they have something to hide when that happens. 2026 PC, Ghost of Yotei, maybe? Hell yeah. Death Stranding 2 on PC also. Yeah, I mean, once that happens, I'll be here, without a doubt. They'll be fine. I mean, the game looks good, but it's clearly a little bit dated looking, I'd say. Art is fine so far. They know their PC port sucks and they'll eat them alive for it. I mean, probably. For some reason I didn't get Spider-Man 2, but I did get Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, so that says a lot. But it's very hard to get PC codes from them.
Where am I?
It's okay, they don't... I'm not entitled to getting free games. I just find it very funny.
What the hell happened here?
Yeah, lighting is pretty poor so far. Especially reflections. They're quite a bit grainy. But indoors, performance is good. The thing is, once we get outside. Is it 5060, 16 gigs, the new 3060, 12 gigs? I would say the 5060 Ti is, because the 5060 is only limited to 8 gigs. But it's such a big price difference between the 5060 Ti 16 gigs that, yeah. It's hard to recommend the Ti. Investing in handhelds like Legion Go or Ally, handheld PCs are awesome, don't get me wrong, but they're getting crazy expensive. So, yeah. Right now I wouldn't invest on that unless you are only a handheld gamer. But if it's a main machine thing, I'll probably just go for a Steam Deck, and if I wanted to play very intensive games, I'll stream them from a beefy PC instead. It's 800p, so most PCs should be fine with that. Yeah, I mean, but Dying Light 2 does have... This was going to be DLC for Dying Light 2. That's true, but at the same time, Dying Light 2 did have ray tracing. So I'm guessing they're going to add it later in a patch. But at least, maybe it's a PR thing. Maybe they want the game to run the best it can. And people say, oh yeah, so well optimized. And then at the end of the day, the ray tracing kills the performance. That's maybe why. Just a guess, of course. For the price of the 5060 Ti, you can grab a 7800 XT on your country. I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's hard to recommend. It's a monopoly. Nvidia can do whatever they want, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, this lighting is also inaccurate. I mean, yeah, light should be... Yeah, I don't know what this is. Where's the light coming from on this? It looks flat. Yeah, the original game also had this issue. So I'm not sure why we have a global illumination option. Maybe it's only for the flashlight. Do you plan on getting a 4060 Ti 16 for 1080p gaming? Yeah, you should be fine. Depends on the price. CPU, probably something with at least 6 cores and 12 threads. Maybe a 7600X? Or one of the X3D processors, but those are much more expensive. sometimes. In my region in South America, you actually have a 5500 X3D, which is pretty good value.
But how do you
Am I the only one who doesn't see a big difference between low and high in this game? Yeah, only the shadows, I would say. At least when I tried it on Steam Deck. What took you so long? I'm basically now a developer full-time. I'm doing VR stuff. And it takes longer than you would expect. And since some other people in the company are doing other projects, I'm taking over a few projects that are already started. And, well, it's taking a lot of my time. I usually take less time doing Steam Deck videos. So yeah, when I can, I do the streams, but it requires me to be 100% focused on doing that. Also, what I like about this game, I wish more games did, is the self-shadows and showing your own 3D model. Call of Duty does it on the single player, but not on the multiplayer, which is weird. Yeah, 3080 and 5950X is fantastic. Yeah, don't bother right now. Unless you get a monitor upgrade or something. You heard DDr4 RAMs are getting expensive because they're getting out of stock. What? Is that true? I don't know.
What?
I changed to DDR5 very recently, so prices are stabilizing there, but I didn't know that DDR4 was getting crunched. That's crazy. Do you plan on getting a 46? Oh, for 1080p. Yeah, 1080p, it can handle it.
It's locked.
Also, okay, get out of the lab. Sure. Cool. Blocking, just like the original. Okay, let's get away. I cannot run yet. He's just walking calmly with clean clothes. Yeah, the flashlight on really helps. I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, no, that's not reflecting. Never mind. Would GTA 6 be on PC day one? Not on day one, but it's coming at some point, like GTA 5 and Red Dead 2. So, yeah, obviously I'll be here as soon as that happens. Okay, we skip. Oh. Get out of the lab. How? There's too many of them. Oh, Jesus. And I become a beast. There we go. When the ice cream machine in McDonald's is broken. Okay, here it dropped pretty hard. Probably outside is going to drop lower. When the sun rises in the west, it will release on day one. What? Okay, I can finally run again.
What just happened to me?
It's better than PS5 with RTX 3060. Depends on the game. Right now, I think it's below in many games. It usually happens. The PS5, since it's a stable platform, it'll have pretty good performance even towards the end of the generation, but then when it comes to graphics cards, they tend to age worse
What's going on?
than the consoles. But I don't know about this game in particular. Okay, climbing. I miss the... I like that climbing is not linked to your stamina, like in Dying Light 2. I think that was a freaking stupid decision. That put me off Dying Light 2 immediately when it released. Yeah, it was planned to be DLC. I'm happy that they made it a full game instead. You think you'll go with 5700X with a 4060 Ti 16 gigs? Yep, should be more than enough with that CPU. Well, the other game that I didn't cover yet is Silent Hill F on stream. Is UE5. So you have some stutters here and there, but when it comes to UE5, it runs better than I expected. We're already 5 years into next gen. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, remember there was a pandemic when the PS5 came out? Good times. At least for me it was good times because more people were watching my content. It was a pretty interesting time back then. It's been a while, Axel Gamer HD. No worries, Mr. You are Extreme Gamer. Okay, there we go, the title card. Which GPU do you recommend for your 10400F? You should be able to put a 4060 or higher, easy. Some cases you'll be CPU limited, but in most cases you should be fine. The 10400F is not about CPU. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. Okay, we're outside. And here's when it dies. So here we're going to be using Benchmark King's settings, because low versus high. Actually, let me do a side-by-side. Let's go a little bit more ahead. But here it runs pretty poorly, I'm guessing because of the trees and all the foliage. They put way more foliage than in Dying Light 1, without a doubt. I'm guessing that's what's killing it. But in parts like this, it basically runs like a UE5 game, without all the bells and whistles. So it does look dated. There we go. This is what I was looking for. There we go. Reduce to atoms. Okay. Now that we can look into the freaking distance, something like this. Let me record a few seconds. I think last stream you were here doing the Silent Hill 2 stream. Wow, it's been a while. Okay, that's one. And let's put it on the lowest just as a test. So we go to the advanced settings. Let's keep the glow, that doesn't matter. The textures don't matter right now either. Lowest draw distance. The motion blur is off, so whatever. Medium particles is the lowest. Very low shadows, which I used on Steam Deck. It works pretty damn well. Now ambient occlusion, low global illumination, low reflections, low fog, and low post-process. And we're going to record a few seconds. With those highest to the lowest, double the performance, it seems. Okay. Let's see it. I'm going to put it on screen. Okay. So, the one on the left is lowest, and the one on the right is highest. So we're getting 56 versus 37 FPS. Okay, the reflections are still there, funnily enough. Okay, I'm noticing here in the draw distance, we don't have this fountain. It's incomplete. Shadows into the distance, there are less shadows. Shadow resolution, that's me, high. Okay, I can see a darker tone here, probably global illumination. Very basic solution. But I was expecting, oh, well, also the screen space shadows. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change much. It's pretty disappointing. I was expecting way more of a change. Jesus. Let's do a split screen one. Okay, you can see it easier like this. It's way more flat, and that's me. But it's more noticeable when it comes to, well, the trees quality and the shadows in the distance. The highest looks like a medium to low settings game from 2025 to me. So visually, at least, it's not unusable on the lowest. That's why it looks so good on Steam Deck, in my opinion. So let's use Benchmark King's settings. Again, I left a pinned chat if you want to check that out. He goes in depth with those settings. So the settings are asynchronous compute on, yep. Medium textures, because there seems to be a memory leak, but we have 12 gigs. I want to see if I can max it out. LOD quality, high. Draw distance multiplier 130 to 150. Let's put it at 150. Motion blur, personal preference. Particles, medium. Shadows, low or medium. Let's do medium. Screen space shadows, yes. Ambient occlusion, medium. Global illumination on high. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do much. Reflections, high. Fog, medium. And post-process on high. That's basically the quote-unquote best settings. And we lose 10 frames from the lowest settings, so... Yep, there you go. It's basically mid-high. So basically it runs like a UE5 game, unfortunately. While not having all those features, but I'm happy that the stuttering is fixed if you disable reflex. It's more of a workaround, obviously. Let's do 60s. For this, we're going to need freaking upscaling. So quality upscaling, that should give us 60 right away. Okay, 57, almost there. Close enough, I guess. 3060 Ti is equal to PS5 Pro? I don't think so. It depends. Well, the PS5 Pro is probably way faster when it comes to ray tracing. I think. DLSS quality. And let's see how it goes against the monster. And by the monster, I mean the first boss fight. It dropped pretty hard on Steam Deck for me. Put DLSS to performance for better FPS. Yeah, or balanced. The thing is, performance is 540p on 1080p, so... I like to keep it a little bit higher when it comes to upscaling. Obviously, just personal preference. Okay. That shadow doesn't convince me much. Oof. Yeah, I don't know what the equivalent to the Pro is. I'm guessing maybe a 3070. Again, just on top of my head. The thing is, there are different architectures. Oh, dude, I love that the climbing doesn't consume stamina. Yeah, the base PS5 is a 6700. Oops. Without ray tracing? Because it's limited to 60 most of the time. Okay. VRAM leak with high textures? Yeah, apparently yes. But we'll see. As I keep playing, I want to see if that happens, because we have 12 gigs, it's using half of it. Okay, locked.
I need to find another way in.
Okay. Oh, he's already dead. Can I attack the bodies when they are... Yeah, of course I can. Otherwise it will be unplayable. 7700 XC or 4060 Ti? You mean the Pro or the base PS5? But what I'm trying to say here is they coded their own engine, so huge respect for that. I wish more teams had that capability. But I get why most studios jump to UE5. It's easier to... I mean, yeah, look at this. This looks flat. What's up with the lighting in here?
Hey,
Or maybe it's just...
hello?
It's color correction, I think. Yeah, it's like the height adjustment,
Okay, good. I'm on my way.
but it looks flat.
Try to get the
That's pretty sad.
generator up and running.
generator?
We need to get the power on.
I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just I was expecting more. The Pro? Okay, makes sense.
Generator. Okay, one step at a time.
Oh, I cannot do the drop kick. Hopefully I can unlock it later. Although the gore, I can see his brain and his eyes sticking out. That's pretty cool. Oh, of course, there's stamina. Excuse me, sir. Good, we have the dodge from the get-go. Oh yeah, it's working. Frame gen problem? I'm missing that. Yeah, the game does have an issue with frame gen, I heard. I think you have to restart the game after doing that. Yeah, I mean, it's expensive to make an engine, but it's easier to hire people to work on a game if it's a well-known engine that everybody is trained on. So I get why they use V5, but I like when they use custom tech. I don't know, it just feels different. I like when they do that, and when it works, because it doesn't always go well. Also, yeah, if you look at the draw distance of the shadows, it's pretty poor. At least indoors. I mean, just look at that. Nothing, I get closer, boom. I don't like that. I miss the Fox engine? Dude. Well, that's one of the reasons they swapped to Unreal Engine. Probably Kojima took all the engineers that worked in the Fox engine, because for what I heard, it was very hard to develop for, the Fox engine. So I'm pretty sure if they didn't swap to Unreal, nobody would be able to make stuff in the Fox engine. So it's a double-edged sword. Super well optimization on Fox engine on MGS5. Yeah, I mean, if you remember, it was also on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It was obviously visually compromised, but it worked on both PS4, PS3, 360, Xbox One. It was 30 FPS with drops into the 20s, but on PS4 and Xbox One it was 60 frames. And it still runs fantastic to this day. Still looks great. Kick. Geronimo! Kojima's games are always optimized, even on PC. Yep. Yeah, I mean, he really does have great engineers, that's for sure.
Crane here. Do you copy?
Yeah, I wish we could see more Fox engine stuff. Here's when it dropped for me on Steam Deck, this section. Oh yeah, of course I can dodge. My bad. So here probably put balance, stop scaling. I'm not sure if it's the leaves that are flying on the screen, or if it's the model of this big enemy. I can only dodge backwards? No. Oh, okay, the backwards dodge is way bigger than the sideways one. Okay, I got you. Can I? No, of course I cannot block that. You play MGS5 on your old Core 2 Duo CPU with a GT 430 and 4 GB of RAM. Yeah, but that was 10 years ago. But still, it was impressive for its time. And you can play it on Steam Deck at 60 frames with great visuals. Anyway, I won't bore you guys with this part. I'll skip ahead to my save that you can drive and all that. Because that boss is very monotonous. Oops. Oh, wait.
Fresh air.
I didn't want to continue.
Fuck, I'm weak.
Balanced DLSS on 280p looks okay. As long as it's DLSS 4, it should be fine. But still, I wish I didn't need to do that. Considering, again, the visual things that I had to sacrifice. Sorry, what am I talking about? The visual things they had to sacrifice when it comes to lighting. But balance seems to be the way to do it here, if you want 60s. But if you have a VRR screen, shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, that fixes the problem. I wish it didn't have to come to that, but there we go. The settings 3060, they're in the pinned chat. It's basically a mix of medium and high. You probably missed it. What's the TLDR for this new engine? I mean, I think it needs better lighting
Help to leave this place.
so far. And low versus the highest, it's like 20 frames ahead. But on low, it doesn't look like dog shit, which is what I like. It's not like they turn off the shadows and all that. I just wish they went harder with, I mean, at least as an option for the ray tracing. They do have a global illumination, but it's pretty limited. Also, the draw distance of some shadows is pretty poor. Which again, I think is curious because Dying Light 2, which this was supposed to be a DLC for, it does have lots of ray tracing options. But still. Yeah, probably the ray tracing update is going to fix all the lighting issues that I'm mentioning. Also the shading for the grass. Really? I cannot break the glass? Details, man, they are important. There's a reason why this game runs well. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I was expecting it to actually run better than this, even. This runs similar to what a UE5 game will run, if it's well done. But this doesn't look as good, in my opinion. Anyway, 1440p. I might lower a little bit of the settings for 1440, but still. Yeah, unplayable. If you don't get the glass to be shattered, it's 1 out of 10. Unusable. Nothing better than doing vandalism in a video game. I'm also going to lower those textures, the shadows to low. Maybe the GI a little bit. I don't think it's going to do much. Let's save. Please don't crash. Well, lower textures, so it's probably going to be doing some... There we go. Okay. 1440p, balanced DLSS. In this case, if you want this to run better, I would say performance upscaling. That's just a workaround, honestly. Brute forcing. So if you have a VRR display, I don't think this is going to be bad. I think in this case the 4060 will edge ahead of the 3060. But yeah. How many years we can continue with the 3060? I think it will last for a while. As long as the PS5 receives games, we should be good. I think. At least the... what's the name of this? At least the 12GB version. The 8GB version is not the same GPU, by the way. UE5, good luck if it's open world like this. Technically, every UE5 is open world. Kinda. I mean, Mafia the Old Country is not open world, but if you play the game, it's basically an open world played linearly. So you're still rendering a huge map. I felt it was a waste. Yeah, the 3060 is still pretty decent in my opinion. Yeah. Is anybody having a problem with FSR DLSS when it's on foliage, shadow flickers? Maybe. Maybe it's actually a lighting limitation there. Mayday! Mayday!
We're under attack at the town hall. Something is trying.
It's funny, when they ask for help, I mean, this is quite a few years after an outbreak that destroyed the world.
It's in the city center.
Do people still help other people in this universe that they ask for help through radio?
Good luck.
He's going to explode. What I do miss is the grappling hook. That's probably coming later. How much FPS do you expect from the 1650? Probably half of this. I'm going to do DX11. I like the third person model being rendered. Look at his shadow. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, but I'm noticing some shadow flickering. It's 1440p. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it's 1440. Oopsie. Thanks for the help. Only happens if ray tracing is on with some other games. Oh, you're talking about other games? Then yeah, it's probably a mix of the TAA, the aggressive TAA they put with the DLSS thing. It freaking sucks. It's like hair. Hair in most games is a pixelated, broken mess. Okay, that worked. But also, some of the texture quality is not great. It's pretty pixelated. I think they could have pushed it further. I mean, look at this texture. And this one. That's pretty disappointing. Pretty low res. It only happens... Oh, okay. No, this game doesn't seem to have it. Let's see the grass very close. It seems to be okay. Yep. Fix the textures, mothers. Yeah, well, if you're paying for the game. This looks good though. But it looks dated, definitely. Anyway, 4K. 4K I'm not going to target 60s, let's be honest here. But for 1440p if you want 60s, performance upscaling. Not much of a way around it. Kinda sucks. 96-bit 3050 is really bad. Yeah. Even the 1650 has a 128-bit bus. Yeah, they're being funny, I guess. I hate them. Freaking Nvidia. Okay. 4K, medium to high, DLSS performance. Oh, when RT is on. Yeah, we don't have RT on this one yet, so... But we do have a global illumination, but I'm not sure what it does exactly. Okay. Oh, it's so... It feels so bad to jump from 60-something back to 30-something. But my eye gets used to it. But I do like this color palette they went with. Very reminiscent of the original Dying Light. GG on that decision. But see, the lighting in here is so flat. Especially close to the windows. I don't get it. What are they doing? Is it worth using frame gen? I mean, if you like frame gen, sure, knock yourself out, but in this game it did have issues. Apparently they patched it, but make sure to restart the game if you use frame gen. In this case, since we're on a 3060, we would need to use FSR, I think. A gun. Oh well, Dying Light 2 doesn't have guns, I think, right? Noise. Remarkable. Excuse me, sir. You have something in your forehead. There you go. I fixed it. Oh. I thought I had a melee weapon. An in-house engine, those are rare. Yeah. They literally coded their own engine. But I don't know why the downgrade for no ray tracing. This coming in a later patch, I get it, but it was already there in Dying Light 2, so... I'm missing the point somewhere. Ooh, nice. Also, do you guys... I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but is the game audio fine in comparison to my voice? With this microphone, I don't have to do any manual tweaks. I'm basically letting it do its thing and balance the audio automatically. I'm trying to improve the quality over here. So I want to know if you guys can hear the game fine and hear me fine. That's kind of my... It's the first time I'm using this microphone. Like people in software development say, Chad's test in production. So here I am testing in production. How many GPUs do you have? I have my main PC, so that's 1. The 3060, that's 2. 4060, that's 3. 5060, that's 4. 1650, that's 5. And I actually bought a friend's 3050, 8 gigs. I'm thinking if I'm going back to it or not. So I have a 3050, 8 gigabytes again. A friend of mine wasn't using it. He got a better GPU. He was like, "Hey, do you want it?" I was, "Yeah, sure." Mine was broken. So maybe it comes back in separate videos instead of a stream. Yes, okay. 8 GB or 12 gig? 12 gig. The 8 GB one is going to be a few frames behind, unfortunately. Okay. So anyways, I started blasting. Ooh, that looks cool.
Fuck, here we go.
What's your GPU? It's a 4090. Defect, look. Me when I was born. Of course. Okay. Please explode. There it goes. Honestly, I don't mind full rasterization. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. The thing is, this rasterization is pretty demanding. Again, it runs like a quote-unquote well-running UE5 game. And it should run a bit better than that, in my opinion. I'm not saying it looks bad, it looks good, considering it's rasterized. But I think it should run better, considering that it's rasterized. They're going to add ray tracing later though, so that's fine, but if it runs like this without ray tracing, what's the performance going to look like at that point when they release the patch? That's worrying to me. Hey Muffin, is it sharp? Yeah, definitely. It's pretty sharp looking. I was missing that from games. Well, actually, also, I remembered that we got a patch for Prototype an old game from the PS3 era that didn't fix anything, just changed the the credits for Iron Galaxy and Uplay for some reason. So apparently there's going to be a prototype remake, but this will be probably developed by Iron Galaxy, the people that were behind the PC port of Arkham Knight and the horrible The Last of Us Part 1 PC port. So I was playing that game the other day. It looks so freaking sharp. I miss games not having TAA. Ilyas Alwani. What up? Good sir. Okay. Also, the combat feels better than Dying Light 1 so far. Okay, what did I get? Heavy lift. Oh, cool. Furious charge. Dropkick. This is the first one you have to unlock.
Olivia, do you copy? I made it to the town hall. A lot of people here.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna help
Where's
get
my
the power
dropkick?
back on here.
Hold up. Run at an enemy, then hold space and press E twice. Oh, twice. Okay.
That's exactly
Oh, there you go. Finally.
Was that
The
all?
game is now playable.
Kill monsters too.
The issue with new games is that, yeah, optimization, it enables 4 times frame gen. That's the thing, that's not optimization, it's just a workaround. Brute forcing something that doesn't need to be there. It's funny, when that was coming out, I remember people praising it, and I was like, man, this is going to be used to compensate bad performance, and well, here we are. But hey, what can you do? At least now I can afford expensive hardware. Still, the games are not fixed with expensive hardware.
Motherfucker snuck up on me.
Okay, what now? Oh, of course. The paint. Is it native of DLSS? This is DLSS performance, and we're at 4K, so it kind of makes sense. Hold up. Let's do the 4060 now. I spent way too much time, 1 hour on one GPU. I'm enjoying the game. That's the thing. It reminds me so much of the first Dying Light. Hey, Indian Keanu, how's it going? Welcome. Let's continue. There it goes. Yeah, the bottom left corner is when I put where I put the settings, but still, some people still miss it. That's fine, I get it. I can refer to it later. It's mostly for people that watch the VOD later. Some people do that, those Giga chats. But in the future, I want to do videos like I did before, when I was checking only one GPU instead of doing the live stream, or the live stream just for research, and then the video just to talk about it, similar to the Steam Deck content. But right now, since my full-time job is crazy, I cannot add more stuff. Dirty case, yeah, I mean, I haven't touched it for a few months. So apologies on the dirty case and the dirty graphics cards. You were going to get a 7800X 3D with a 5070 Ti, but ended up getting the 9800X 3D. Good, good. Is it overkill? Maybe a bit overkill, but I mean, if you could afford it, why not? It's a great CPU, the 9800X 3D. So yeah, I think you did well. The thing with high frame rates, mostly, I mean, the CPU is a big factor there to have high frame rates. But if it's the 9800X 3D, it's one of the fastest gaming CPUs. You don't use DDU before swapping GPU. I do when I do more than 5 swaps, just to do a control there. Because NVIDIA refreshes the drivers once it detects that I swapped them. So if there's any issues, I always do the DDU thing, but I do it each time once the live stream finishes, I clean up the drivers, and that's it. I install it just before launching the stream. Haven't had a problem ever since. But yeah, as I was saying, the 9800X 3D, one of the best CPUs for gaming, period. I personally got a 9950X 3D. That one is overkill, but for video editing and getting stuff done quickly, it's been perfect for me. It's a different use case, obviously, but in gaming, sometimes I'm CPU bound still. So it depends on how the game is optimized and your GPU as well. You have a 2070 and a 9700K. Well, that was good for the time. Yeah, the CPU aged pretty badly. Yeah, I agree with that. It's an old CPU at this point. So yeah, from the 2070 to that is a huge upgrade, so I hope you enjoy it. Well, considering you told me that your PC was ordered in all caps, I can tell you're excited. So congrats on that. Great feeling. The best feeling when you get a new computer is open games that run poorly on your previous one and see the improvement. Okay, video settings. I mean, you can play on the highest. Personally, I think it doesn't make a huge difference visually. So having it like this, I think makes a lot more sense, especially with the memory leak on the textures. And the draw distance, 150 is fine. So anyway, let's do native and see what happens. So 1080p, mid-high, native, DLAA.
To get away from the Baron.
I thought you said 4070 Ti. No, 5070 Ti. That's insane. I mean, coming from a 2070 to that, it's a huge upgrade. He's going to love it. Okay, so native with the optimized settings on the 4060 is still pretty poor.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna help get the power back on here.
And by pretty poor, I mean it's barely hitting 60s.
That's exactly what you need to do.
Was that all?
That's pretty
Thought I had to kill
shit.
monsters too.
Dropkick! Whoever thought about the dropkick in the original Dying Light? Not sure if it was in Dead Island as well, I don't think so. Oops. Oh, okay, I can ignite it from here. In the original Dying Light, you had to hit the thing first, and then grab it while it was about to explode. Molotov, thank you. What CPU are you using for this test? It's a 13500, it's an i5. It's technically a 12th gen i5 with a few more E-cores glued into it. If that makes any sense. Amazon blocked your account when you ordered GPU because you detected unusual payment activity. That happened to my brother. But you got it back and you were able to buy it. Awesome. Happy to hear, man. I love when people tell me their stories of upgrading PCs. But again, I usually, when I upgrade my stuff, it's like, okay, let's do this all over again.
She's up top.
By doing this, I mean grab many games that I was playing and see them on the highest settings with stupidly high overkill resolutions. When I got the 4090, I just, for the memes, tried 8K, and it was surprisingly playable in some games. So yeah. Okay. Good luck with the building. Yep, same. Well, guys, if I ever upgrade, I'm thinking about at some point, maybe. Let me see, this is grabbable? I think so, yeah. There we go. At some point, and look at this texture. What the hell is this? I mean, you can see the contrast with the hand texture with environment textures. That's pretty sad. Hopefully that's in a future update. As I was saying, if I ever upgrade the i5 here, it's probably going to be Ryzen, and I want to do a live stream building the PC. Also, the character models are pretty good. The thing is, they stick out like a sore thumb over the lower quality textures on the environment. But the character quality is pretty solid.
Well, you could shoot me, but then I wouldn't be able.
Can't afford to waste ammo and me blasting the enemies with guns.
Fall off the roof. I don't have time to scrape your sorry ass off the sidewalk. Keep an eye out for virals down there.
I know, right, Pichu? You probably learned a lot. Buying a PC is like a full journey instead of just paying and getting. Yeah, that's the best part. The thing is, sometimes it ruins the games. Because you start knowing way too much. It's like that meme they use a lot in social media now. I miss how I look at the world before I knew too much about it. The hardest part about making YouTube stuff like this, well, and building a PC when I was a kid, since I like technical stuff, instead of playing the game, I was just looking at graphics. Which, I mean, I find it fun, but sometimes it's like, I should play the game too. Like, sometimes I need to play on console just not to look at that stuff. Okay, here we go, the classic minigame. Your upgrade looks like 6600K, 16 gigs M50 Ti to 9700K, 32 gigs 2070 Super, then 3700K, 4080. Damn, that's a huge jump. Especially, yeah, those three are big jumps. Those are the most satisfying. Dude, what's with these knobs? Okay.
Shit.
What the hell is this texture? Are you serious? Come on, man. I'm not asking for the text to be legible, but this looks bad. Come on, man. Just look at the text in the small screen. That looks fine. But this is potato level textures. Come on, man. You have 128 gigabytes of RAM nowadays. Me who used to download RAM on your 256 Pentium 4. Good times. Textures are on medium, but they look the same to me. On high, but it uses more VRAM. Let's try high textures. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, because that texture quality... Dude. Hopefully it doesn't overflow my humble 8 gigabytes. On the same settings, what was the FPS? The 3060 was like 10 frames behind. Okay, okay. It was the texture quality. Cool. It was too bad to be true. Okay, okay. This makes a lot more sense now. It's interesting. Most textures, I look at them and it was the same on medium or high. So despite the memory leak, I'll keep them on high. Interesting. So yeah, if we have any issues, we're going to lower those textures, but I don't think... How the hell does Crane fit in this small crawling in space. Old man is keeping up strong still? What? What do you mean, old man? Oh, you're talking about me? Yeah, I'm an old man. I'm about to be 30 in November. Yeah, it wasn't about texture, it was just written in another language. True, I forgot about that. That's a great point. Not you? Who? Who then? Time is flying. Yeah, I mean... I notice that time is flying when I look at the age of my channel. My channel is... We're in October 2025. 11 years! I've been doing videos for 11 years. It all began with a 750 Ti. But I've been doing videos consistently for 11 years.
Okay.
That's freaking nuts. 30 is a new 80. Hell yeah.
That's it.
My back doesn't crack as much.
Yeah.
Probably because of exercise.
The town hall secure.
Stand a chance.
Okay. So in this case, the 4060 can do okay with the native. Yeah, let's mod the gun, the weapons. Oh, hold click. Okay, can I keep playing the game now? Repair. Okay. So as I was saying, the 4060, I think with the optimized settings from benchmarking plus native with DLAA, it's okay. There are some drops below 60. So if you don't mind lowering it to quality upscaling, you should be good. You should be above 60 even outside.
Olivia,
You did videos with your twins, I guess, right? Yeah, my twin is probably still in the
do you
basement.
have any antas in here?
I forgot to bring him food, I guess.
A relic from the past. It was
What?
just a suppressant.
Why is there a zombie in here?
Handed by
There's people living here and there was a zombie just
So-
walking around.
Getting bit means it's over.
I'm guessing that's a bug.
UV light can buy some time. But you never know when
The best safe zone.
Maybe.
Hit those bubbles out from your joints. Won't crack them much. Yeah. Just use a needle and puncture your knee. That's fine. All the liquid will be out before you notice it. I miss Juan Santiago. He should come up sometime. Yeah, definitely. It was just a joke. But you guys liked it quite a bit. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be cringe. 1440p. Balanced DLSS. And the same settings as before. I'll check if reflex is disabled. Yeah, latency reduction is off.
I'm sorry.
Because apparently it causes stuttering. The question is, how do I get out? When the world stopped being cringe, everyone started being fake and sad as far as I see. Well, that's true. Good point. I haven't thought about it that way. Well, good to know I'm saying true. That's what matters. I guess your card needs an upgrade. Which card? Oh, 3050 gigabytes. Well, 3400F is fine. I would say whatever you can afford. You should be able to put basically anything on that CPU. As long as your RAM is on dual channel, you shouldn't have a problem. Oh, I need to continue the freaking tutorial. Okay, I got you. Whee! Yep. When the worst stop... Oh, I already read that. Ooh, okay. Nighttime is actually dark. That's so cool. I mean, I know it sounds weird, but many games do not get night correctly. This looks great. Usually in games at night, you don't always need a flashlight. Here is absolutely necessary. That's crazy. They laid, whatever I'm saying. They nailed nighttime. Oof. Not a volatile. Does Dying Light 2 run better than this? I think so, yeah. Unless you are using ray tracing. Yeah, definitely runs better than this. Dying Light 2. Because it runs like at 40 something FPS on Steam Deck. This one runs at 30 with drops. Let's go back to the safe place. Talk about stream off topic. Do you think about the Asus stuff? A15 460 and Ryzen 7? Oh yeah, I watched a video on that from one of the ex-Linus Tech Tips people. I don't remember the name. It looks like a fantastic laptop. It's plastic. What? It's plastic, but it has a 4060 in there. It's only 8 gigabytes, but that's the best you can get on a laptop for the price. When it comes to gaming, I mean. No, doesn't have the best speakers, doesn't have the best screen, but it's a great laptop. Where's my bed? We live in cities, nights elsewhere are really dark. I mean, yeah, in my country though, the city can get pretty dark. Despite the lights in the streets.
They really kept you locked up for so long.
But at the end of the day, it's nice when a game does it correctly. I think in Dying Light 2 it was like a gray hue when it was nighttime. You could walk around without a flashlight, easy. Where the hell is this marker pointing me to? Oh, okay, it was pointing me this way. The thing is, do I have a bed in this safe spot? I don't think so. That sucks. Anyway. Yeah, it's very open, definitely. Oh, does he have bullets? That's what I'm looking for, actually. Cans, alcohol... Nope. No bullets. Okay. Let's go outside then. Red Dead 2 had great night balance. Yeah, although Red Dead 2 is... There was always the moon shining above you. I mean, it makes sense. But this one is dark. You cannot see anything. I mean, look at this. But I get it. It's the point of this part of the game when it's nighttime is that you should be very careful of not making noise and all that stuff. Well, there's powerful enemies around, so if you're not using the flashlight, it kind of feels... Yeah, I mean, less scary. Another game that does darkness very well was Resident Evil... Which one was it? I think it was Village. Yeah, Village did it pretty well. Wasn't the best, but it was fine. I'm very looking forward to Requiem. What card would you recommend with a 3400F, 13400F and 1080p? Probably at least a 5060 Ti. Depends on what you want to play, of course, but Maybe actually a 4060. Depends on the price. That's the difficult part about recommending something. But with that CPU, you can put even a 4080 if you wanted to. For 1080p though, I think the 4080 is overkill, but if you want to use all the ray tracing stuff at native 1080, then it's not that bad of an idea. State of Decay 2 has really dark nights as well. Ooh, I haven't played that one in a while. Remember when games were UWP? That's how old that is, I think. Fatal Frame 2 Remake as well. Yeah, that looks cool. I don't know which engine they're using though. Is it UE5 or something else? Oof. Not the bad enemy, please. Oh well. Caps lock to look behind you. Who uses caps lock in the game? What the hell? You're still using a 4770 2025. Your old man is still going strong with a 3058 gigs. More power to you. That's great. Oof. They swim as well? Oh, never mind. They can spit fire. Okay, let's do 4K very quickly. It is using Koei Tecmo's Katana engine. Oh, the Katana engine. Hopefully they improve the image quality on that one. Because the Katana engine is one of those cases where custom engines go poorly. Okay, let's do 4K on performance as usual. Yeah, we're out of VRAM now. That's why we're getting this low performance. Let's lower those textures. Let's fix this mess. Where's the textures? There. No wonder. Hiro, ¿qué tal? Bueno. Bueno, espero que disfrutes tu tiempo ahí. Buen hombre. Okay, textures on medium. Now the frame rate is correct again. GG, 8 gigabytes. I won't spend crazy money on your card, but you get a decent upgrade because your 3050 is not so good anymore. Yeah, it's not hard to upgrade that one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, even a 4060 should be a good upgrade. The thing is, I will go with something with more VRAM. That's my main problem with this. You're welcome, sir. What do you think is the best in-house engine that offers great visuals and performance? You think Decima nailed it? The thing with Decima is that it's pretty heavy. It's not very scalable, I would say. Especially on PC. On the consoles, I think they nailed it, definitely. But on PC, even if I lower the settings significantly, it doesn't seem to scale in a fantastic way. We'll see once Death Stranding 2 releases, but I mean, considering they can make things run on a phone, yeah, I think that's the closest to perfection. I would have said the RE engine, but after Monster Hunter Wilds and Dragon's Dogma 2, yeah, it's hard to look at Capcom with good eyes. 9060 XT, yeah, that's a big upgrade. Most cards from that tier are going to be a huge upgrade over the 3050. Especially, I'm guessing you have the 6 gig version, of what I heard. Okay. How far away am I? Ooh, I'm super far away, what the hell? Why would I go this way right now? 5060 is decent, depends on the VRAM though. Yep, exactly. The thing is, once you go for cards for more than 8 GB of VRAM, it starts getting stupid expensive. Oh, too many of them. Yeah, going outside at night, bad idea in this game. Just like in real life. Yeah, if it's an open world, the every engine is fantastic. I agree. The thing is, after those two experiences, I wouldn't say it scales that well. Run away. Although they stopped the 32-bit physics support that pisses you off, yeah. Dude, what the hell, Nvidia. That was probably 2 cents of extra development. Yeah, there's not much that you can do about it. In your country, 9060 XT, 16 gigs, 5068 gigs have the same price. Ooh. Yeah, the 9060 XT. Is my character tired? Oh god. In the Canon for you, you went for a 750 Ti, then a 1650, then a 3050. Okay. That's awesome. Iterative jumps. Okay. I think I'll just die. Whatever. It gets boring otherwise. But for 4K, you can do it, just lower those textures, and you should be fine. The fake frames need VRAM to work. Yeah, that's the problem. Well, one of the problems. And Battlefield 6, I'm super excited for it. Okay, now I'm... Okay, I respawned here. Perfect, I can wait for daytime. Thank God. Ugh. Nvidia, yeah. I mean, the 5070, only 12 GB of VRAM. Freaking stupid. Okay. Let's swap to the 5060. Here we go. The 2060 had 12 gigabytes. Yeah, I had a 12 gigabyte version. Yeah, I remember that. Good times. I hate that you just gave Nvidia more of your money. Yeah, we don't have much of a choice. That's why they're a monopoly. Freaking sucks. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. 5060. And this one is going to be more of the same with the 4060. Barely an improvement. Should be fine for native 1080p with the optimized settings. But how much power does the 5060 take compared to the 4060? I think they are about the same, right? Maybe a little bit less, but Nvidia is so lazy that who knows. That UGREEN looks cool. Yeah, I love it. I put it there because I love having it as a distraction sometimes. Intel. But that UGREEN is a charger. I use it to charge my Steam Deck and other devices. It's pretty cool. When it charges, it has an animation with the eyes. Like it's eating something. Oh, I forgot. The metrics. Yeah, it's compiling shaders. Let it do its thing. Yeah, UGREEN Uno charger. There's a link in the description if you want to get it. Highly recommended. It works pretty damn well. It's 100 watts, but there is 65 watt versions that I don't think have the same animations though. Okay, compiling shaders. Them shaders got compiled. 1080p. DLAA. Under the advanced settings. Something like this. Let's go. In this case, we should be okay with native 1080p.
Olivia says she needs my help to leave this place.
Okay,
To get
there
away
we go.
from the Baron.
We had it so good, we didn't just know it at the time. Yeah. Yeah, man. We were complaining about UE4. Only if we knew. We were blinded back then. Okay. The game forgot I died and went to the other safe house. Yeah, I'm back testing GPUs. I had some time today and I was like, okay, I want to do a stream. I missed you guys. And here I am. How's it going? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of issues with New Vegas and high frame rates. There's a lot of mods for New Vegas. It's kind of crazy. What was the name of this? There was a mod that was called Ultimate that was a compilation of mods, if I remember correctly. Not sure if it ever released. It's been quite a few years already. And it goes for upcoming titles that you can't share without breaking NDA. There's nothing that I got recently, as far as I remember. What I do know is dates for upcoming games. But no, I haven't got any code for anything yet recently. I'm thinking about it. I need to look at my calendar. I have everything written down in there. Look who's back! Yeah, the GTA 6 trailer lady. Are there many overhauls, Cyberpunk, with some insane mods? Yeah. There's overhauls for everything. It's kinda crazy that people do that for free. But hey, it's passion. Yeah, still didn't check my email for codes. Oopsie. Yeah, I mean, I used to look at my email all the time, but now I try to not look at it sometimes. Just because of... Again, I'm so busy with work, I want to let some steam off by not looking at work-related stuff. It gets kind of annoying. Okay, am I safe? I think so. Yep. Good. Let's go back to my bed. Still very buggy for you, Cyberpunk 2077. Examples? I mean, it was going to be buggy for the longest time, obviously, but it shouldn't be like that. But in comparison to, imagine how it was day one if you think it's super buggy right now. I'm not saying that as a good thing. It's like, imagine how it was before. No, let's go out the window. Of course not. What's the point of this freaking room? Hey there, Journey. Trash. Okay, finally daytime again. And as you can see on native with DLAA plus the optimized settings, it's a few frames above the 4060, nothing huge, but it beats the 3060 when it comes to staying above 60, at least with these settings. Oh, and look, the Assassin's Creed reference. Look. There we go. This game still needs a lot of optimization. I would say it needs better visuals for this performance, so kinda, yeah. Especially when it comes to scalability. Low doesn't run that much better. Excuse me, sir. Okay. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Major drops FPS in this? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. As I was saying, it runs like a well-optimized UE5 game, but it doesn't look like that. It looks worse than that. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But I'm happy at least that on Steam Deck is playable and it looks good. Okay. All right. Feathers, sure. Okay. Let's do 1440p. 1080p is fine, even on native. So for 1440p, right away I'm going for quality upscaling to stay above 60. And the same settings as before. Yeah, I mean, it's a miracle that Cyberpunk even runs on a PS4. But it was clearly just a result of having so much... It was too ambitious. I think that's the best way to put it. I need a car. Here. How does FSR4 compare to the other upscalers? It looks fantastic. I tried it a couple times. It does have a performance impact over the base FSR3, but it looks stupidly better. I would compare it with DLSS, honestly. It looks very, very good. Hold up, let me turn off the radio. I cannot. That's a problem. Hang on. Just in case. I'd say balance 1440p. Yep. Balance 1440p looks better, definitely, than 1080p quality. No doubt about it. In the post-apocalypse, I have a GPS. You can turn it off, by the way. I did it just to be able to read chat. The leak code helps... Oh yeah, the leak code for FSR4. I wonder who leaked that code. It's hilarious. But hopefully it can be implemented on a system level. I don't think it can. But I can hope. I can cope. Excuse me, passing through. Don't mind me. The car is broken. Oh no. I don't know that. Oh well. I covered a lot of terrain though. At least with your 9060 XT, FSR4 is just amazing. Hell yeah. Nothing better than native support. It looks great. It surprised me, honestly. I was expecting it to be a chunky mess, but nope. It's very comparable to DLSS. Okay. Oh, of course. Come on, let me climb up. Crane, what the hell? Oh, no. Sorry. I was supposed to be locked to the last gen GPUs and new ones coming, as far as I heard. Well, I'm glad it got leaked then. They were going to throw an Nvidia card on the table. The Nvidia way of life. Locking stuff down to their GPUs. There we go. Jesus, that was annoying. Cray, don't kill that volatile. You'll do that time paradox. Imagine that. Oh man, I love Metal Gear. Metal Gear. No, that's not happening. Okay, maybe the boxes? That ain't happening. Oh, come on. Oh well, I'll get there later. Yeah, I feel I'm missing something. Anyway, 1440p is fine. Unpopular opinion, your favorite zombie game is Days Gone. It looks unreal on PC. I saw what you did there. Yeah, it looks very damn good. And it performs very well. I wouldn't say it's my favorite zombie game. But it's a good game. I just wish they got to the meat and potatoes earlier on. It took effort to get to the good stuff. In my opinion, of course. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 is absolutely fantastic. Cannot go wrong with that one. Alright. Yeah, 1440p with quality upscaling. It wasn't DLAA, sorry about that. It was DLSS quality. It's fine. 4K. Here's when it's going to cry. Because VRAM, so textures will stay on medium. On the rest of it, textures on high should do it. So 4K, performance, and same settings as before. Frame gen? At 4K I'll use frame gen, don't worry. I got you. Wow, it looks stupidly sharp. Pretty cool. And this don't have, yeah, the culling is wrong in this model. It should be double-sided. Anyway. I play 4K high FSR on performance. That's basically similar to this, yeah. Although here, when looking at the trees, it kind of dies, but that makes sense. Let me see the skills super quick. Press C just before landing. Why can't I? Oh, these are beast points. Never mind. Heavy lift, furious charge, heavy lift. Imagine you getting a FromSoft code. I wish. I would like to try Elden Ring on Switch too. Now that I have one, I can do performance testing, doing lossless footage. Not on handheld mode, but it will be a nice reference. Step 1, be a popular YouTuber. Dang it. Maybe one day. No, I do have a contact at Bandai Namco, but they don't usually respond to my emails. They send me forms to request games, but they don't talk to me outside of forms. Which is fine, whatever. Okay, frame gen. Frame gen, FSR, DLSS. Okay, you have 2 times and 4 times and 3 times. Anything above 2 times is laggy AF. Here we go. So in the menu we don't have frame gen, so that's good. It's separated from menus to game. We have 50 frames right now. Let's see how far it takes us. Okay, 80. So technically, it's 40 FPS. So it does have a cost to use frame gen. But there you go. Oh my god, 4K 60! On a 5068 gigabytes, oh my god! That will be most people that don't know what frame gen is. But hey, it works. Latency is fine. Is it 5060 comparable to the 9060 in this game? I have no idea. They're gonna give you the new Dragon Ball Z games. Which Dragon Ball Z games? I'm out of the loop with that. Well, I got Sparky and Zero from them, so they probably like me. Do you think GTA 4 Remaster is real? I don't think so. I hope I'm wrong though. I would love to see that. Hey, cousin! Probably the thing is, if they do a remaster, they probably cannot cast the protagonist again. Nico Bellic. I mean, the actor of Nico Bellic. He was pretty mad. Because he didn't get royalties. Which, I get it, I would be mad as well. Especially for such a popular franchise. Oof, they're tough. Frick off. Is supposed stuff with GTA? Okay, Good. If that's real, then hell yeah. I'll be super excited. I love GTA 4. I've been lately playing it on Steam Deck, actually. Hey, Nico. Yeah, the goat. The goat! Anyway. So, with FrameGen, you can do it. Let's put 4 times just for the memes. Oh, dude, this will be horrible. Okay, I feel the input lag. The input lag is pretty bad. Oof. It does look smooth, but I feel the input lag. I thought it was going to be worse. On Borderlands 4, the input lag for this was... Ooh. Yeah, and I'm seeing artifacts already. GTA 4 and Saints Row 2 unplayable PC ports. Hell yeah. If they remove the old one, I'll be pissed. I got mine for a friend, he gave me his PC copy. Oh yeah, no. Hell no, do not unlist the original GTA 4. Yeah, I'll be pissed as well. But it's okay, we got archive.org, so... GTA 4 will be safe. I can't get San Andreas, now the OG one, and I wish I could have. I mean, I have it, but archive.org. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret. I'm guessing as more games get delisted, my Steam library gets more valuable. I have a lot of unlisted games. I even have the Ultimate Alliance games. That's what happens when you spend too much money on video games. They removed songs from the original release of GTA 4. Yeah, I remember that. To me, that's not a huge deal. It sucks, don't get me wrong. But at least it's not like in racing games, that they lose the licenses for the cars and they have to take down the game. Forza Horizon 1, 2, 3, and 4 were delisted due to copyright of cars. So that sucks. Oh yeah, I'm seeing a lot of artifacts with 4x upscaling. Sorry, 4x frame gen. Nice. It works by getting only an invite code though. It's okay. Like CG peers. I remember that. Good times. It's been a while since I torrented something. Now that I have a good internet, I could seed like a mother fluffer. It got close so many times. Oh yeah, I mean, of course. Anyway. Let's go 1650. $1650. All right. It's cooking time. No, the thing is, at least this game has DX11, so that might help. But we have 4 gigs of VRAM, so I think I'm going DX11 from the get-go. My old baby, the 1650. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. OBS crashed. I hope that's not a sign of the end times. I hate when that happens. Thanks, OBS. It's probably a plugin. The 1650. Here we go. Yeah, too powerful for the stream. I talk about it and it crashes the stream. Okay, video quality alert. Alert. Video memory 4 gigabytes. Does not meet the minimum requirements. Does it launch? It launches anyway. GigaChats. Yeah, too much aura. It has 750 Ti energy. Sometimes. I was at 4K, so it's probably going to fill the memory, but I'm going directly to DX11, just because VRAM limitation. When you're poor, you value the things you have much more, even after selling them. Definitely. Okay, 1080p. Sure, TAAU performance. No reflex. Oh, advanced settings. DX11. And that restarts the game. You had a 1650 laptop and it was just great. Hell yeah. For a laptop, especially back then. Even today, I know people that have that GPU on the laptop for light gaming. It's completely fine. Has its limitations, obviously, but it released a while ago right now. Wish they made a desktop 3050 Ti. No, they can do something else. Okay, what's wrong now? Oof, the X11 is running like hot garbage. Well, I think this game needs asynchronous compute. Yeah. DX11 only when encountering performance stability issues with DX12. Then DX12 it is. Interesting. No way around it. Here's me thinking that was going to help. Did you know that NVIDIA CEO and AMD CEO are actually related? I heard about it. They're probably far cousins. So they're kind of related, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, the silicon companies usually come from the same place. Usually. All that is in Taiwan. So it kind of makes sense, in my opinion. Let's continue. This is TAAU.
Olivia says she needs my help to leave this place.
Performance.
To get away from the Baron. She injected me with some
Medium.
fucking chimera. Claims she did it to save me.
Let's see.
Says it would have
540p internally, but it's a 1650 with 4 gigs of VRAM. What does asynchronous compute do? It's basically... It was a big DX12 feature when it was announced. It was implemented way later into DX12s into games back then. It's basically to asynchronously do things on the GPU. Think about it similar to when you have a multi-core CPU. Instead of doing things in a linear fashion, it can do them out of order in parallel. And that can help when rendering a scene. That's the best TLDR I can give. Otherwise, Google or ChatGPT it. Okay, this is not so bad. I was expecting way worse with 4 gigs of VRAM. I was expecting it to hard lock. I'm not at the lowest settings, by the way. I am on the optimized settings from Benchmarking. Also, TAAU looks better than FSR in this game, in my opinion. I mean, FSR is fine, but it's how to say, it's pretty blocky. I should lower textures, not textures, shadows. I went a little bit too hard. Very low shadows. I'm basically medium settings, just lowering everything to help the VRAM do its job. It's basically low mid. With very low shadows that still look good. Okay, that helped a little bit, but again, we're heavily VRAM limited. TAU is soft but doesn't have aliasing. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, sometimes it's poorly implemented. In the case of this game, TAU looks a lot better than the other two solutions, FSR and XeSS. And here when I'm looking into the distance, I'm getting some drops. I forgot about the draw distance. The slider should be a bit lower. Maybe 120. There we go. Much better. Yeah, that fixed it. That's so much better. Yeah, I rather... Sometimes I prefer soft over blocky artifacts. I mean, it's like watching a VHS tape sometimes. And I love when he's trying to be balancing itself. He does this. It feels pretty funny. It's like, hey, hands up. Hands up, do it now. Never played a game where FSR was better than DLSS TAA in your system. Yeah, there might be one or two exceptions, but I'm not remembering any of them. Ooh. You know what I missed from the original Dying Light here? The X-rays. When you hit an enemy a certain way, you got an X-ray, similar to Mortal Kombat. Whoa! Sonic! Yeah. It looks like he's falling through the map. He's falling. Yeah, they should tweak that a bit. Maybe put it when, I don't know, you're in something like this. But it looks weird. FSR 4 is leagues ahead compared to TAA. Yeah, FSR 3 just looks bad. Jesus, Sonic. Stay away. Oh, no more stamina. No wonder. But hey, the 1650 is doing magic. GG. Yeah, it also has a fantastic gore system. It just needs those X-ray views like the original. And that should do. 900p FSR quality. Why? Why would you do that? Well, this is 1080p actually, so you are making a lot of sense, good sir. Let's actually push it harder. Let's do quality TAAU at 1080. Okay. I'm actually surprised now. I think it's a little bit too much though. It's going to drop pretty hard. Yep. 900p quality should be the best. Thanks, Indian Keanu. Okay. 900p, low, medium, TAU. Quality. There you go. Yeah, this is probably the best settings. Yeah, not bad 30-ish FPS. The thing is, once you get into anywhere a little bit more demanding, you're kind of screwed. Especially here with the trees and some boss fights. At least he tried. Oh yeah, the convoys. Where's the convoys? Who's gonna tell them? What? They coded their own engine. Oh my god! I wonder how the game will run on PS4 and Xbox One. What? It's on PS4 and Xbox One? That's a great question. Okay, it's not coming to PS4 and Xbox One. I'm not surprised. They could probably make it work, but why bother? Would be interesting though. If they did make it work, they would blow my mind. Try with minimum draw distance. No, the minimum draw distance is too much. I don't think it's worth pushing it further below. It is announced on PS4 and Xbox One though? What? Oh, maybe that's coming later. Yeah, I don't know what it would look like, but probably lower than low draw distance. That would be my first guess. And my second guess is heavy dynamic resolution. And poor textures. Okay. Wait till next morning. There are still millions of PS4 and Xbox Ones. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just... it's probably a very big challenge. But if it's their own engine, so... it shouldn't be impossible. They made the Dying Light 1 run on Switch 1. So there's that. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just... I'm impressed. I really thought it wasn't going to come out on PS4. Despite being basically Dying Light 2 DLC. Yeah, people that build the PCs don't know their hardware limitations. Come on, Randy said it. Randy's right. We're just angry because he's a genius. We envy his genius. Cool reflections, though. Those are cube maps, I think. Not sure. Yeah, they don't look screen space. PS4 will go boom, boom, boom. Imagine Borderlands 4. Yeah, Borderlands 4 is not happening on PS4. It barely happens on PC, so... I mean, they delayed the Switch 2 version of Borderlands 4. It was actually supposed to come out yesterday. But they delayed it indefinitely. I wonder why. I'm pretty sure the Switch version, they delayed it because they showed how... they showed it live at some point. And I remember seeing it and I was like, okay, this looks like low settings, which is fine, it's a Switch at the end of the day. The Switch 2 version I'm talking about. But that's probably only in dock mode. I'm pretty sure they had issues with handheld mode. That's my guess. Stalker 2 on Switch 2. Ugh. I think the main issue with the Switch 2 is the CPU. The GPU seems to be fine, and you can you can do DLSS on it, so they can take advantage of that. Can I make that jump? Oh, yeah, I do. Cool. I underestimated crane. Imagine how Elden Ring is running allegedly, and imagine Borderlands 4. Yeah. I mean, they said Elden Ring was horrible on handheld mode on Switch 2, which I'm not surprised about. The game didn't run great to begin with, and it's their own custom engine. Frame time issues like in Bloodborne and others. But I think they can make it work. And it's Elden Ring. People are going to defend it no matter what. It's okay. People will be happy to have it on the go. Just pretending that the Steam Deck playing Elden Ring a few years ago didn't happen. So yeah. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to try it out. Elden Ring runs very well on Steam Deck though. It does. That's what I'm saying. People sometimes will pretend that that never happened and the Switch 2 was the first time. And don't get me wrong, I love the Switch 2. I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild on it and Mario Kart World. It's fun. Actually, I really like the ergonomics in comparison to the first Switch on the Switch 2. I'm just disappointed that that many games are not available. And despite the backwards compatibility with Switch 1, there are a lot of games that don't get an interesting benefit to the visuals, which is a disappointment. But hey, good console needs more software. Did you like Dying Light 2? Personally, I'm not a big fan of Dying Light 2. I like Dying Light 1. So many downgrades with the physics, with the movement, with the stamina bars when climbing. I don't know, it didn't resonate with me. This one feels like Dying Light, the real Dying Light 2, as I would say. But I did like the performance of Dying Light 2. When it comes to numbers, GG. It runs very well. The question now is how I get up there. Oh yeah, I need to avoid that guy. Oh, duh. Parkour was very good in 2. Yeah, but I didn't like the stamina bar when parkouring. Not sure if they removed it. I think they did. The 900p is the way to go for this GPU? Yep, without a doubt. Okay, parkour no longer requires stamina in Dying Light 2. Oh, thank God. Thank God they changed that. That killed the game for me. It stopped being fun. How long did it take them to change that? Because I remember that being there when I revisited it. Yeah, but still, it's impressive that I can still do 900p on this GPU. Alright. So, for 1650, 900p, quality TAAU. Then when it comes to the advanced settings, something like this. I tried the X11 and it was unplayable. So that's necessary. But it seems to be okay. GG. And FrameGen, just for the curious, it's probably going to be 40-something FPS with FrameGen. Which means, yeah, no, we don't have enough VRAM for FrameGen. Although I think my resolution changed. Hold up. I think I went back to 1080p now. Or 4K. What? Okay, for FrameGen, it uses my desktop resolution. Okay, that's hilarious. So it probably works, but it uses your desktop resolution. That's fucking stupid. I'll pretend I didn't do that. What the hell, Techland. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did playing this a little bit later than usual. There will be more streams soon. The thing is, it depends on how work treats me. Right now, my work is treating me very well because I have a lot to do. But that means less live content like this one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys. See ya next time. If you run the 1650 in 4K, it's gonna say, I'm tired, boss. And blow up. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good one.